Here we are, episode number 3, building healthier habits that actually last. This is episode 3 of my 6-part mini-series where I'm walking you through the exact process that you can follow as an over 30 to finally achieve and sustain your dream body. So the first couple of episodes we've been talking all around mindset and the importance of that in your journey. And now we're going to go into a continuation of it, but looking at habits. You know, how we build healthy habits that actually last. Because when we think about a, over 30 that wants to, regain control, that wants to finally, create that healthy body that they've wanted for so long and just live that healthier lifestyle, the first thing that these people turn to is, I need to be doing loads of cardio. I need to be, on a crazy diet. And the focus is so much on these surface level things. And I've been banging on about this in every episode to really reinforce it to you. So everybody's focusing on, what thing that I need to do. What's the fancy thing? The new HIIT workout, the new diet, plan, the next supplementation, the next set of gym classes. Like, we're focusing on the wrong things. And that's why so many over 30s are stuck, and just trapped in this constant yo-yo cycle because you're not building strong foundations. I want you to think about the most incredible skyscrapers in the world, mansions, the biggest, best houses, right? They wouldn't be there, that beautiful end product without strong foundations. That's why we have to change your mindset. That's why we have to build habits. I want you to think about habits of being the foundations that your success is built on. Habits are essentially going to make up the foundation level of the incredible dream result that you want to achieve. So if you look into the future and think, this is how I want to look, this is the result that I want to be 2 stone lighter, I want to have definition, I want to feel better in myself, that dream result that you think about. If we actually reverse engineer the process and think, well, how do we actually achieve that and how do we make it sustainable so it's part of who we are? That's the long-term goal with this. Well, we have to build strong foundations. And your habits are your behaviors, and your behaviors, allow you to become the person that you need to be to achieve all of that. So that's why habits are so important. It's actually focusing on the process of how we achieve our result. So many people want to achieve the result, so they focus on the result. Well, why don't we know what we want to achieve? Yes, let's think and understand what the result is and what it would mean to us. But why don't we actually focus on the process of how we get to that place? And actually, if we do it right and we build solid foundations, you're going to feel absolutely incredible, okay? So we don't want to bypass the process to achieve our result. We want to do things properly. And again, it's all about building your identity, evolving it to align with the person that you want to become. So when we look at building healthier habits that last, that initial thing that I want you to appreciate is just the understanding of that process. That it is the absolute key so that we can build foundational, strong foundations that mean we're going to achieve our dream results. So when it comes to habits, there's a couple of things that why over 30 struggle to actually build healthy habits that last, okay? One of the first things is that most over 30s, again, they focus so much on the result. So yes, they want to achieve that goal, but there's no real meaning. There's no real purpose to achieving that. It's something that you've said for years. Oh, I just need to lose this excess weight. I just need to lose 2 stone. But if you haven't gone into the depths of what that means to you, what life you're trying to escape from and what you're trying to gain achieving it, and actually put that into a goal that then you can commit to and make it a priority in your life, you're never going to buy into the healthier habits, okay? You might think, yeah, I'm going to start walking and yeah, I'm going to start eating more fruit, but you're not going to buy into it long enough to actually achieve it unless you understand what it is that you want to achieve and why on a deeper level, okay? And then actually put that into practice, with a clear roadmap from where you are to where you want to be. But aside from that, if we look at how we build healthy habits that last, how do we actually not just implement a habit for a few weeks and then it falls out? Habits are all built on frequency, okay? The more that we can implement a habit, the more that it's gonna, or the quicker it's gonna, ingrain and be a part of our everyday life. So it's all about frequency. The issue with so many over 30s is they wake up on a Monday morning feeling bloated and heavy after a weekend and they're like, right, I'm on it. I'm gonna eat some more fruit today, I'm gonna go for a walk. And it lasts about 2 days, all right? And then life gets busy, they get distracted, they're tired, it's not a priority, and then they don't do it, all right? So they'll do it for a couple of days, then they won't, and then they'll do it for a few days, and then they won't. And the thing with this is it's just inconsistency. We're not doing these things frequently enough for it to just become part of who you are. So we want to focus on frequency. That is the absolute key. But then as a continuation of kind of what I've just said there, it's not just about frequency, it's about like how do we ensure that we are doing a habit frequently? A lot of the time we need the accountability. Okay, it's the accountability to actually implement the habit, because you can have all the intention in the world, but when life keeps getting in the way, and it's so easy to just neglect the habit. All right, but if we're neglecting the habit, then we're not building it into our lives. So some form of accountability is incredibly useful at helping us to build habits into our life that actually last. That is why in the first phase of my coaching program, phase establish, we use our habit and mindset building system, because it allows you to implement habits frequently because of the accountability, and actually habits that align with you achieving your dream body and healthy lifestyle, paired in a way so that every week over an initial 8-week period, we're building and stacking better habits, healthy habits that are actually going to last, that you value, and that are going to move you closer to your goal. So that's the key. That's why we want to focus on frequency and accountability kind of with that. And that's kind of where, so many over 30 struggle, is they go, well, I want to build healthy habits. I want to change my habits. I want to be healthier. But then you don't know where to start, and it's kind of like, well, what habits should I implement? Where do I start with that? And that's why I created our unique habit and mindset building system, because it takes away all the guesswork. It actually gives you a framework that allows you to just show up, know what habit to implement, how to build it into your life so that's just part of who you are. And in an 8-week period, we've built 8 unbelievable habits that are the key to losing weight, feeling incredible in your own skin, and just completely changing your mindset. So that is how we look at building healthy habits that last. And what I want to do as we kind of move into episode number 4 is actually give you some of the habits that are going to help you to see fast weight loss. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at in the next episode. But something to really understand when we think about habits and how habits are so pivotal, in your journey to achieving your dream body and healthy lifestyle, is that habits are something that can sometimes seem so kind of too easy or insignificant. All right, you might think, well, why am I going to eat like an apple a day as a habit? It's such a small thing, isn't it? It's kind of like, it seems too easy that like we don't do it. But like if you think about brushing your teeth, it's just something we all do. It's super easy. You don't even think about it. You brush your teeth every day. It's good for you, right? We all need to do it. We don't want smelly breath. It's something so simple and easy. But if we neglected it and didn't brush our teeth, well, our teeth would fall out. So that's why we need to look at habits from a completely different perspective. They might be simple, drinking more water, eating more fruit and veg, but actually the benefits long term and how that compounds is unbelievable. It's life-changing. The energy, the mood, the change in your body composition. So sometimes, again, habits seem so easy and simple that like, oh, it's not worth doing it. It's not fancy. It's not going to make me feel absolutely incredible, but the compounding effect will. Okay. So that's one of the biggest shifts that you can have around habits, but also habits are so powerful for this very reason. Most over 30s, have completely lost control for years. They've been in that yo-yo cycle, battling with themselves. They just want to feel better and regain control. So how do we regain control? How do we, create new evidence to support the journey that you're on and what you're trying to achieve, to build up your self-belief, to expose you to achievements, to give you an element of control back? Because right now you're carrying 2, 3, 4 stone that you don't want, and you're completely inconsistent. You've got a poor relationship with food. You're not in a great place. So what is going to help you to feel like I'm back in control, I'm slowly moving forward, and I feel like the situation is under control, right? I've got more influence on it, which will make you feel so much more fulfilled, less stressed and less worried. Okay, if we focus on building habits and we focus on implementing habits every single day with an accountability element to it as well, the great thing here is that it's validating all that you want to achieve. It's giving you control back. It's exposing you to achievements. It's helping you to feel like I can actually achieve this. I'm doing this. I'm implementing a new habit every single week, 7 days a week. I'm getting all the benefits from doing it. I'm winning my morning. I'm getting 20 to 40 grams of protein in for breakfast. You know, I'm prioritizing my sleep. I'm drinking more water. I'm eating more fruit and veg with my meals. So if we actually have a framework with habits that are going to help you achieve your goal, with the accountability, you will very quickly see and feel changes, okay? Internally and externally. Your body shape will change fast, as will your mindset and your relationship with yourself. That is exactly what our unique 4-phase process, to becoming lean and fulfilled delivers in phase establish, okay? And why I built the mindset and habit building system. So hopefully that was helpful. In episode number 4, I'm actually going to delve into kind of the biggest habits that are going to help you to lose weight quick. Okay, so I'm actually going to go into some specific habits that you can implement right away. And if you implement them consistently, you're going to see and feel, changes really fast, especially from a weight loss standpoint. So yeah, look forward to that. That is episode number 4. It might be around this video somewhere. If it is, click it. But I hope you found that useful. Any questions, let me know, and on to the next one.